Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Davina Works with Advent Broadcast Network, and I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to our news report, as well as urge you to continue to invite your friends, families, and colleagues to tune in as well, so we can continue to bring you news and information from all over the world. Starting up on our report, we will be discussing a story about a Kenyan building that collapsed, killing multiple people, following up with a story about a heartless Christian massacre in the country of Burkina Faso. Stay tuned. At least 3 people have been pronounced dead and 27 others injured on Friday, December 6th, when a residential building fell in Nairobi, Kenya. Police said in addition to rescue workers struggling to free a woman who was screaming from under the rubble. Throughout all the chaos, groups of people were clustered around, held back by a cordon, waiting to find news of their family and friends as police and a mechanical digger worked through the wreckage to save lives. The Kenya Red Cross announced that 11 people had been rescued by late afternoon, which was nearly 5 hours after the 6-story building came tumbling down. As of right now, it is still unknown as to how many people had been in the building at the time it came down and collapsed. Reuben Ndolo, the Nairobi Regional Police Commander, told Reuters News, 3 people have died and 27 others have been rushed to the hospital. 1 was seriously injured. Sadly, the East African nation has experienced tragedies similar to this one in the past. In 2016, 49 people died when another building collapsed in a poor neighborhood during a heavy rainfall that occurred at night. The latest incident happened in the overcrowded Eastlands part of the city, where the 7-story building also collapsed in 2017. The governor of Nairobi in 2017, Evans Kidero, said there were 30,000 to 40,000 buildings at risk in the city as they had been built without approval. Let's hope to see tranquility and extreme support within the city of Nairobi soon. At least 10 gunmen stormed a Protestant church on Sunday in the West African nation of Burkina Faso, killing 14 people. The attack occurred during a church service when the worshippers were most vulnerable. Agence France Presse quotes a source saying that approximately 10 heavily armed individuals bombarded the church and carried out the attack in the village near the border of Niger, executing the faithful, including the pastor and children. According to the Associated Press, President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore condemned the barbaric attack on Twitter last Sunday, in addition to offering his deepest condolences to the bereaved families and wishing them a speedy recovery to the wounded. Burkina soldiers are pursuing the terrorists who fled the horrific scene on scooters. Though the identity of the attackers is not yet known, security forces there told the AFP that the church is located in an area where places of worship have already suffered attacks by Islamists since February. The number of attacks against the Christian targets has accelerated. The population in Burkina Faso is about 2/3 Muslim and 1/3 Christian, but according to the AP, the 2 religions have coexisted peacefully there over the years. But in 2015, the relationship took a turn for the worse with a rise in Islamic extremism that ended the peace and frequently led to brutal attacks on Christians. In June of this year, another 19 Christians were killed on an attack in the village of Arbinda in the northern part of Burkina Faso. According to the Barnabas Fund sources, the number of those killed may be as high as 29, as 10 more people were reportedly murdered in the nearby Namantenga province the next day. There is no Christian anymore in this town of Arbinda, stated a source in Burkina Faso. They added that 19 people were killed and the entire population of Christians had fled for their safety. Also that Arbinda had now lost a total of nearly 100 people within 6 months. CBN News also reported later in June that 4 more Christians were murdered by Islamists in the village of Bani for wearing crucifixes. Bishop Laurent Debire of the Diocese of Dori in the northeast of Burkina Faso appealed to the international community to defend the Christian community in Burkina Faso and to stop the flow of weapons to the Islamic militants from the outside. Now, with 14 more innocent people murdered for being Christians, his plea for help is more dire than ever. Please, let us all pray for the peace and serenity in the region of Burkina Faso and hope to see an end to these horrific wrongdoings soon. As we conclude our program today, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, and share each and every video you enjoy so we can continue to spread the knowledge and inform you all on current news from all over the world. As always, we appreciate your love and support. I'm Davina Works with ABN. Thank you for tuning in. Be blessed.